getting America back on track. Bill Martinez live.
Hey, that's our focus, and if it's going to happen, it's going to be up to me and you. Bottom-up movement, not top-down, ladies and gentlemen. Top-down is what got us into this mess. Welcome back. Good to have you with us. 6 minutes after the top of the hour, Horace Cooper, national recognized legal commentator and adjunct fellow with the National Center for Public Policy Research, co-chair of the Project 21 National Advisory Board, is with us this morning. Horace, how you doing, buddy?
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the program.
Well, good to have you here. Last night, a nice break. And, from all the political talk, except for the advertisers, some of them couldn't help themselves. But a nice evening to get away. And, of course, I don't know, I was telling Scott, this must be, the year of the Trump, the year of surprises. I mean, what can you say? One for the books. Congratulations to the New England Patriots, huh?
It was an amazing game. However, I guess politics didn't wait too long because shortly after the game wrapped up, I got an email saying the person said they hadn't seen a lead blown so badly since the 2016 campaign.
Well, you knew that was going to happen. There was going to be reference without a doubt there. But, and I don't, I think it's easy, for people, you and I are, athletes and we love games and sports and that sort of thing. I don't know so much that Atlanta blew it as much as just, the Patriots made it work. I mean, they did it.
It was really, this is probably the biggest game on the planet. A lot of people watch. Maybe they're not even watching most games. But I have to say, for a Super Bowl game, it was really an interesting game to watch. It was an entertaining game to watch. It was a case where, okay, let's get this commercial over with so we can get back and find out what's going on. Now,
and an hour halftime segment in between. I mean, this thing went on forever. I mean, when you have more than 5 rounds of chips and dips, the half is too long. Just saying. But
so I got another email this morning saying that Atlanta had won the popular vote, so they should be happy about that.
That's funny. That is funny. Well, let's talk immigration. This ban on refugees that's come up. Jonathan Turley, Alan Dershowitz, two respected legal commentators as yourself, said that the president has solid standing on this. That that he should be able to be the last one standing over this refugee ban.
And I think they're right on the money. I would argue that we are not going to see some major new precedent set as a result of this executive order. And by that I mean, ultimately, the courts are going to uphold the authority and not act as if there's some ability on their part to independently assess the policy propriety of a particular order. What we've got here, as I would look at this and see that essentially you've got 3 rogue judges, one a district court judge, and the other 2 circuit court judges that could have immediately overturned the TRO. In this case, people aren't paying attention. The underlying case isn't what's being appealed to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. A decision was made by the federal judge from Washington State. It is being bandied about that he is a George W. Bush appointee, which is supposed to add heft to the idea of what his arguments are or the claims that he put forward in his decision. But actually, he is a fairly progressive activist who was recommended to the Bush administration by Senator Patty Murray, who actually introduced him in the Judiciary Committee when he was nominated. And it was precisely because of his left-wing activism that he was presented as part of a package to get a breakthrough with some of the jamming up of appointees by the Bush administration. So you take our bad apple, and we'll let you have some of your good apples.
Exactly.
That's what really happened. Mm-hmm. Now, the other two appointees are on the Ninth Circuit. One's a Carter appointee, and one's an Obama appointee. The Ninth Circuit generally is the most liberal circuit court of the system in the United States. And so what they should have done, and if this had been the Fifth Circuit, the Tenth Circuit, or almost any other one of the circuits, they would have immediately set aside the TRO. Mm-hmm. What the judge did was say, I believe on the merits that the claimants before me, that's Washington State and a number of individuals, are going to prevail. And since they are going to prevail ultimately, don't know for sure, I want to not have them suffer irreparable harm, so we're going to issue this order. That was a major mistake on the part of the federal judge.
It was definitely a clear overstep. The thing that kept coming up in conversations over the weekend, outside of the Super Bowl here, Horace, was people are saying, wait a minute, how can the president be blocked from doing the number one job that he has as the chief executive officer of this country in protecting its people? How can the court stop that?
And that's the reason why Judge Robart, the district court judge, should never have issued this order. Even if he was persuaded that there was a lot of strength to the claims being put forward before him, what he should have understood is that the overwhelming equity, the strength of power, rested with the claim that the president got to decide where the danger existed and therefore what actions to take. Even if the judge believed that the president would ultimately fail, what the judge should have done is say, okay, this executive order continues, but we're going to trial. And now we'd have an appeal over whether or not to go to trial over the issue. But by staying it, by saying, nope, you can't move forward on this case, the judge essentially is saying that the evidence is overwhelming, the strength of argument, the powerful motivation and persuasion rests with those complaining against the argument and against the executive order, and that goes against tremendous amount of precedent. It will be, in fact, a new precedent if this order is allowed to be stayed as a result of the claims being put forward. That a state has, a state like Texas, like Washington State, has consequences if they don't get into their universities and medical schools the types of people that they would like to get. That is a very novel, unique argument, and I just don't see how that has much merit whatsoever in the end.
Well, Horace, we've got to go to break here, but, what you say in terms of it being so historic on the one end, it would seem that it could be historic on the other end, and we'll talk about that when we come back. This is Bill Martinez. We're live. Horace Cooper is with us. We're talking this temporary ban on refugees. This is Bill Martinez, live.